We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blab. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Oh, make me big. There we are. Oh my God. And Rumble.com and Side Scrollers Plus. What's going on, everybody? Happy middle of your day. My name is Stuttering Craig. Good to see you guys. Glad you're with us. Listen, we have learned this morning that our show is way too early in the day for most people. This has been a common theme, a common occurrence, and we are learning it every single day. Hello, Blabs. Great to see you.
Hello. Hi. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, actually, I've been up since 7:30, so I'm okay. It's not me. I'm
I
not the
beat you.
problem.
I've been up since 6.
Whatever, man. You have kids. So,
Dude,
you kind of have to be up early when you got kids.
I've been having the weird sleep lately, man, where I'm like waking up at 4:30, then 5:30, then 6, and I'm like, I might as well just get the fuck up.
You
So
got
I
the
get up.
old man thing going on. Old men get up early and everything.
Well, no. I'm not like getting up to pee every 3 hours.
No. But besides that, I'm saying like actually like. Haven't you noticed the older men start to get up early and early? They're like, all right, better get the day going. Like 5 a.m. Better start chopping wood.
Well, I don't think
Mow the lawn.
there's nothing wrong with getting up and getting going and being productive with your day.
Absolutely not.
At all,
It's just you're in that phase soon. Soon you'll be wearing the belts and the sneakers. It's happening, man.
The belts and the sneakers.
Have you never seen that meme?
You treat me like I'm fucking geriatric, Blabs. I'm in the prime of my life.
Sometimes, but have you never seen that meme where like the guys when they become like middle aged, like they all of a sudden overnight their shoes change, their pants change, the hat and everything, the shirts. You tuck in your shirt, you put the belt on. You've never seen that?
No, I've seen the ads that are about you becoming your dad, which I did that a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So there's that. And look, once you have kids, your life changes. It is what it is. You become a dad and you kind of start prioritizing different things, and you got to be honest, it doesn't really matter about other things. You just don't care. You're fucked. Like, I am a firm believer that the older you get, and we've seen this throughout history, the older you get, the less fucks you give.
Yeah, I mean, like you can even use the example of like something that happened in high school that you thought was like the end of the world or whatever it was, and it's like 5 years later, it's like, oh, who the fuck cared about that? That's stupid, right? And you progress. Yeah.
Well, I think most people who have any sort of drama in high school, like they realize like 5 minutes after it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but
unless they peak. You know those guys who like put on their bios like championship 2013. It's still there like 10 plus years later.
Is that you?
No.
Okay.
I was never a championship in football.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Your hike.
Have you ever won a championship at all?
Like what?
I don't know, just in anything. Are you the best at anything?
I can't tell you that.
What?
I can't tell you. That could be doxing.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's true though.
You can't say, I won a horse jumping competition.
Okay. I've won many first place competitions before. Yes, many.
In?
Figure skating.
Okay. Listen.
Oh, I thought you meant like in my high school or something. I was like, I can't say that.
Don't be so fucking weird. Golly, you're weird. It's doxing. Okay.
Well, I mean, listen, if you ask someone, it's like, hey, when did you win like a state championship or whatever? It's like, oh, I won something XYZ. Well, no, it's kind of
asking if you won a trophy, Blab.
Yes, I've won many, many trophies, obviously.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Look, somebody who's no stranger to trophies and wins and all sorts of W's. But Smash, we'll get to you in a second. Camelot 331. Let's go.
That was ironic. It's like someone who's no stranger to trophies and winning.
You're the man. You
What? No.
Cody,
no. Hold on. I'm busy. I'm googling slightly unattractive, slightly lower than average figure skater championships 10 years.
That's right. In Guam. I'm doing all the searching. Let's see. Yes. Doxed blabs. Roar.
Yeah.
Hey, how's racing NASCAR's doing?
Dude, they have this thing. What do they call it? They call it like the sophomore year, like slump, or I think, or maybe that's what they call it. I don't remember anymore, but yeah, the first year was pretty good, and then it's kind of lulled down, and just a lot of mechanical stuff. But we got a couple dates left, and I'm very excited for it. We got a 24-hour stream Thursday to kind of make the fundraiser happen. We're playing Metal Gear Solid 3. We had 500 naked snakes in a row on my channel for like 4 years, 5 years. It's been on so many. We haven't missed it in 4 or 5 years, the goal. So it's gonna be awesome, and I'm excited to have the last couple pull them together really tight and neat. Excited. And just, yes, the show was slightly too early, but that's just me. You're like, I wake up sometimes at 6. I go to bed at 5, Craig.
I know. I know.
That's fine,
But,
though. No,
hey,
I'm always here.
I'm just morbidly curious, and I don't know if this is a public number or not. And if it isn't, then you just tell me I'm stupid. But like, what is the monetary value of a naked snake stream?
The goal is $500.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's hit 500 today, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Otherwise, Smash JT will be taking off his shirt for everybody. Smash, how are you? Oh, he's muted too. You muted yourself, Smash.
I'm sorry, it's too early. I said,
Yeah,
wait, what?
Yeah, that's the rule. $500 and Smash takes off his shirt whenever he's on stream.
That's definitely not the rule.
Okay.
Maybe back in like my high school years when I actually had a body for that, but nowadays I got the dad bod going. You don't want that. That's not.
What point were you like just kind of reside to the idea that like this is my body now?
Second kid.
Second kid.
Smash birthed them himself.
Yes. Well, sometimes look in the mirror. It feels like that.
Look at my body. Look what they did to me.
Look what they did.
They
put
destroyed my body.
Yeah, you put on that sympathy weight with your wife and all that, right?
Yeah. And then she lost it, and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to lose it too.
Oh shit. That's right. Well, look, man, we got a lot of good things to talk about today. We're gonna get into all y'all's drama, which is great. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we're gonna spend a lot of time on this Take Us North game, this blatant propaganda that just like I'm just calling it like, what did I call it in the thumbnail today? I think I called it what did I say? Yeah, Dustborn 2.0. There we go. Dustborn.
I was just gonna say Dustborn is envious of it.
Yes. It has more funding, made more money already with its crowdfunding.
Yep.
Which was, there's some irony in that. PayPal has refused to pay a developer, and this is intriguing. We'll get to that a little bit later on. There's some Nintendo Switch 2 dev issues that have been going on. We have an update on the Raja Jackson story from yesterday that was very viral. The piece of shit who beat the crap out of the wrestler. Well, he has spoken, and what he's going to say, I'm going to tell you this right now, it's fucked up. So stick with us because we're going to get to that in a little bit.
Wait, did he do it from an orange jumpsuit in prison?
No.
Weird.
No, we're all awaiting the day.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we have all that going on. Do us a favor, if you're new, subscribe, join the 129,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game and entertainment space. Hit the thumbs up button as well if you're watching over on YouTube or Rumble. Our goal 1,337 thumbs up. Can't do it without you. So do us a favor, pop on in. And we are 5 days away, friend. 5 days away from our second premium event. God damn it. That's right. King of the Cart happening this Saturday. Can you believe it? Oh my God. It's going to be great. We've announced all of our competitors for this. We actually have some graphics, which are awesome. Hey, can we just stop down for a second? When we say we're investing in like television quality content for you guys, can we just stop down and like look at what's happening here? We got Alex Stein, we got Blaz, we got Flawed. I am stepping in for Garrett, who can't be a part of it. We also have Gothix, Mo, Phil with his weird face, and of course there's SmashJt right there. So there we go. So look, it's going to be a great show coming up this Saturday. We got a bunch of folks flying in. Cody, we'll eventually need to have you down for one of our big events.
That'd be fun.
Great. Yes, it'll be super fun. So do us a favor. Head over to Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code CART to get a discount on your annual membership over there. That's happening this weekend, Saturday at 7 o'clock Central Time. The show will start. It'll be available for everybody over on YouTube. It'll be available for everybody over on Twitch and Kick and Rumble. And then an hour in after the pre-show and the undercard, we'll make our way over for the main show, King of the Cart, around 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a great time. In addition to, I'll be doing commentary and playing now, but Kirsha will also be on commentary as well. So, man, a lot of good things happening. Very, very excited.
Very excited. Very, very hyped for that.
Do you think you have a chance of winning that at all?
N64, yes. The Super Nintendo, I'm not confident, but we'll see. We'll see.
People don't know that we're playing 3 different Mario Kart games, and it's time to start getting the word out. We're doing Mario Kart World, Mario Kart 64, and we're going back to the OG with Super Mario Kart. We're going to do a versus battle in that, so you better get good real quick. So, in addition to all that fun happening over on Plus, we also had Lady Desiree, one of our new partners, release a video about how she makes honey, which is pretty cool. It was a really neat process, like 30 minutes long. She spent a lot of time on that video. That's exclusive for Plus members. Encourage you guys to check it out. And coming up on Thursday, speaking of Mario Kart, Blabs is going to be playing the original OG Super Mario Kart for the first time as we go Blabs versus Super Mario Kart. I'm sure that will be...
Go well.
Yes. I will want to slowly put the noose around my head and jump off the closest
You're welcome.
bridge. Yes. So anyways, yeah, we got all that going on. Glad you're with us today. Let's do our best to hit our goals. As always, our goal of 20 yellow super chats. And let's kick some ass today, which is great. Tamamo came in and says, growth is looking back and thinking, what the heck was I doing? And wanting to give yourself a slap and scream, get a grip, man. What are you talking about, Tamamo? I don't even understand. You know what? Before we get to some supers, we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So, Blaz, please, by all means, fill us in on today's games.
Okie dokies, everybody. August 26th. I can't even speak English. August 26th, everyone. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures was released in Japan on this day in 1994. The Lost World Jurassic Park was released on this day in 1997. And then you have Super Mario Sunshine released on this day in 2002. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
By the way, shout out to the new little trailer of Jurassic World Evolution 3 that came out today for park management stuff. Day 1 game.
All right. What you eating there, Cam? What you got? I see you chowing down.
I waited for a screen.
That's okay. What do you got?
It's just like a breakfast sandwich.
Oh, damn.
Hold on. Let's check it out. What do we got here? Breakfast sandwich at a...
Yeah, it's got like some sausage, some Italian sausage, and then it's got some leftover red pasta juice from spaghetti 3 days ago.
That doesn't look like breakfast at all.
Yeah, it's got Italian sausage in it. That's the point. Okay, it's on toasted bread.
You know, I'm glad you brought up Italian food because this weekend, Blabs will be trying Olive Garden for the first time in her life. She doesn't realize it, but it's gonna happen. Smash, you a Olive Garden guy?
I am actually. I haven't been for a while, but yeah, big fan of Olive Garden.
It's gonna be great. Blabs is she's saying she's not going to, but it's not like, you know, like it's right there. It's gonna be fine. Anyways, some noticeable games that Blabs missed today include Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart Super Circuit for the GBA. That's a pretty fun one right there. Dragon Quest VII for the PlayStation 25 years ago. Obviously, Super Mario Sunshine, which, by the way, guys, would love to hear your thoughts. Is Mario Sunshine a good game?
I think it is. I feel like it's very easily just beaten down by people because it's like the trendy thing to do. I fucking loved it when I played it.
Not me.
Look at you.
I tried to play it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't get into it. It's not a Mario game to me. What about you,
well,
Ken?
it's not a Mario game, but it's a fun game. I guess maybe it's all about the perspective going into it.
What is that, pinball?
No, this is the one where you run around Delfino Island squirting things with water.
Oh, you talking about Mario Sunshine?
Yeah.
No. I see. I was a PlayStation guy, right? So like when the fork in the road came, Craig, I chose the right direction.
Oh.
And I skipped an entire generation or two generations of Nintendo, almost 3, and I didn't come back until the Wii? Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Switch was the first time I've had a Nintendo console since the N64. And I didn't even have an N64. I just got one way later on.
Well, you're not. The thing is, the data shows that you're not wrong. Most people did that. Most people left after the N64. They bowed out on the GameCube, and then they came back with the Wii. So,
dude, I wanted violence and muscles. Metal Gear Solid, bro. Like you think I'm gonna skip Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil?
I hear that. I'm just saying, there's an argument to be made that the GameCube is Nintendo's greatest system they ever made. So,
now GameCube has fantastic games on it, right? GameCube's great, but I think GameCube's when it finally started coming into like where you could play a Nintendo console and it wasn't just baby games. And I'm not saying that they're baby games. I went back and played Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games of all time. Played it for the first time when I was 31. I'm like, wow, this is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. It's in my top 10 easily. It's just, man, I don't know. Like PlayStation had so many genre-defining experiences when it first came out. I mean, just every game was like created a whole damn genre. Every game. And I was like, I won't play no damn Mario. I tweeted this out, by the way, like 3 days ago. Bro, I had like people want me dead. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, how is this divisive? I just said, imagine picking, Mario over Resident Evil, Metal Gear, and all this. And they're like, Resident Evil 2's on N64. I'm like, yeah, not 1 and freaking 3 though. Nah. So I said that. There was people in the replies. They're like, you stupid motherfucker. Duh. I was like, God, geez, it's not that serious, bro.
I mean, Cam, they're right. You are a stupid motherfucker. Well, let's just say this. We always like to play this game. I know this number off the top of my head because we've done this many, many times. How many total GameCubes do you think were sold by Nintendo? Do you guys know this number? You guys ever heard this before?
Low.
Is it low?
Million.
It's probably like 12 million or something. 11 million.
More than that. More than that. Yes, but when you look at the list of top selling consoles ever made, the PlayStation 2 is up top. The Switch will eventually pass it. Like it will. It's just a matter of time as it slowly winds down. Sorry, Cody.
The PlayStation 2 is king, Craig.
Oh, not anymore, sucker.
Wow.
But we have the PlayStation 4 with 117 million. But if you look here, so best-selling Nintendo consoles, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Switch, the Game Boy. Then you have the Wii, which was crazy. The GBA, all handhelds, 80 million units. Nintendo 3DS, 75 million. The original Nintendo, 62 million right here. Then the Super Nintendo, 50 million. Everybody had one of those. Are you kidding me? Then the N64 only sold 33 million units, which is just nuts to think about. Then we're down here at the GameCube, just under 22 million, which is silly to think about. And then like the Wii U was thought of as such a fucking failure. And like it's right there with the GameCube.
Not too far behind. Yeah. That's
the Xbox One sold what, 8? Not million, just 8.
The Xbox, yeah.
I have one of them right here. There's 7 other ones. No,
the rarity is off the charts right, with that Xbox One.
They fumbled the bag so hard. It's so funny when you think about it. Like PlayStation kind of kept on the same route. Yeah, they fumbled the PS3 a little bit, but the quality was there. The console was there. It was just really expensive, right? And and their online service, I feel like it was just a little bit lacking because Xbox Live blew it out of the water immediately. But it's just so funny to me thinking back. It's like, okay, Xbox 360, unbelievable console, genre-defining games again. Here we go. Awesome sales at like 80-something million. It's a great console. A lot of people loved it. And they're like, okay, all you have to do, Don Matrix, who was the leader of Xbox back then, it's like, just do another one. Like, okay, and just call it a 720, bro. Come on.
Right.
Or an Xbox 2 something.
I think Don Matrix was the first insight to these people that are running these companies actually have no fucking idea what they're doing.
Completely disconnected from reality. Don Matrix was. And they announced it and they're like, okay, Xbox One. And I remember hearing that and I was like, wait. And I gotta tell you, Smash, I'm brand loyal when it comes to stuff that I like respect. Like if something treats me right, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm cool with this. I don't avoid everything else, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go this first. So when Xbox One was announced, I was like, well, that name's stupid. But like fuck yeah, but yeah, hell yeah, let's go. Xbox One. And then they're like, oh yeah, DRM, always
Right.
online. You have to have the stupid Connect. It's $500. I was like, oh no. And then I was watching interviews. So I was already like kind of on the fence. I was like, oh God, Jesus, this seems really weird. PlayStation's just like, oh, PS4. And I'm like, oh damn, it's perfect. And then the conversation started happening and they started interviewing Don Matrix. And he's like, you know what? You can go after yourself. And also, if you're in the military or you don't have internet access, we already have a console for you. It's called a 360. Eat our ass.
Right.
And I was like, what? Never buying one. I remember when he said that, when I saw that video online, I was like, never buying one. Eat my ass. That was the end for me. I'm like, if you're gonna go that route, no, thank you. And I was like, and I immediately pre-ordered my PS4. I was like, going to PS4. Don Matrix was gone a week later. That's when Phil Spencer came in.
Yep.
And he went to be the CEO of Zynga. He failed up, boys. Wee.
That's right.
Don't they always?
That's the video game industry
like
right
that
there,
Wii.
man.
That was a good week.
That's it.
Dude, failing upward in the game industry. What the hell? Oh, bye, Blabs.
No, I just Blabs, do you have anything to contribute?
No.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. We'll bring you back.
I said to boot me. It was
Okay,
Oh,
sounds
okay,
good. Thank you, Blabs. Yeah, listen. If there's anything more video game industry than failing up, like that is the best metaphor for the video game industry of all these people who just continuously fucking suck at their job and then get promoted for it.
Well,
It's
you
amazing.
heard the latest one, right? Of the Dragon Age writer.
Oh yeah. Where are they going now?
Bethesda on potentially Elder Scrolls 6.
That'll work great.
That's
Oh,
like
by
when
the
you-
way, his resume includes Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Anthem.
Yep, sounds about right.
On fire.
It's always funny because you'll be like, oh God, finally, oh, there's another Star Wars film or something, hypothetically, I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen with this garbage. Maybe they'll bring it back, though. And you look at the director, and it's like the director of one short from 2014 called Being Gay. And I'm like, whoa, how'd you get this job? How? Did you turn in a resume to like the president of Disney? Did you like call Kath? How did this happen? How are you chosen? It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like Nia DaCosta for 28 years later 2 or whatever the hell they're trying to do. So 28 years, later, I thought it kind of sucked. But they're like, well, there's going to be a second one that's going to expand. I'm like, okay, cool. I look at the director Nia DaCosta. I'm like, what?
You know what I really love is just that the short film called Being Gay got him a job, which was good, which is amazing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's like. It's the dumbest shit. It's always something so silly like that. It'll like the thumbnail is like a young black lady, and it's like being afraid. And I'm like, let me read the synopsis. It's like, oh, white people are you? I'm like, oh God. And they're like, yeah, they're directing the new Star Wars film. I'm like, of course they are.
Of course.
Well, let's finish up our Today in Gaming History real quick. Blabs, we'll bring you back in. Some other noticeable games that you missed that that I'm sure the internet's going to be really happy for you is F-Zero GX, which some consider the best F-Zero game for the GameCube. Smash.
That was a banger.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, GameCube. I mean, F-Zero GX, Metroid Prime, Smash Brothers, Melee, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine. I'm just going down the list of just like banger after banger after banger.
Okay, Smash. Look, I get it. All right.
He's eating his
He's like, you're wrong.
It's such a great system.
It's like I remember now. It's almost like you should do a top 10 Smash. Like a top 10 games for the GameCube or something.
I feel like I have like 7 years ago. I feel like that's on my channel already. I need to check. I used to make a lot of those.
Hey, Blabs, look at this. Hello Mario is releasing for the Android and iOS today. You can download
Mobile
that.
game. Interesting.
No, it's a what is it? It's where you can like
Mobile
play with
game and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but you can apparently play with Mario's face. So that's good.
All right.
So it's the opening title screen of Mario 64.
I believe
What
that's
is it about Japanese people and touching your face?
Dude, I don't know, man. They're all weird about
There's
that.
so many games. There was like, you grab his nose and rip it off. I'm like, okay. All right, chill out now. All right.
Man, I'm looking at, I just searched for Hello Mario on the App Store and I can't find it. Although Mario Kart Tour is still the number 11 racing game on the App Store. That's nuts. Anyways.
I mean, they're making so much money. Speaking of Nintendo Mobile with the Fire Emblem game, I don't know if you've seen the stats on that,
No.
but they're making disgusting amounts of money with the Fire Emblem Gotcha game. Like it's just like it's
Is it one of
printing
those?
money.
Is it like a microtransaction type of game?
It's yeah. I have not personally played it, but I
Oh.
believe it's one of those you can buy like packs of characters and then use them in battle and stuff. And I don't know how it works. I just know it makes them a shitload of money. I don't know if you want to bring up the graph of it.
Yeah, I see it right here. Fire Emblem Heroes hits $1 billion globally.
See, this is why every single game wants so desperately to have a successful like microtransaction portion of itself because they do
you can hit it.
so insane.
Yep.
I'm over
But I
here
can't
like,
do it. I can't do it.
like I'm over here like, oh, it'd be really fun to like make some game like it's like Contra, or something like that. Do like a platformer or something, and people are like, "Fuck you, you idiot!" Like, why would you sell a game for $10 when you could sell some sort of skin for 14? Like,
And you can just sell it over and over again. Why sell it just once to people?
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing though, because the way I look at it is okay, let's say you use that in video terms. Like, let's say you can sell a shirt for $10 in a video. You're going to get 100,000 views in your video. You might sell a couple shirts, but you really focus on the shirt. Well, Mr. Beast, by sheer numbers, because the numbers are so insane, he can offer nothing and make unfathomable amounts of money from the sheer number. So it's like the Flappy Bird bullshit. It's like, do you sell a Flappy Bird skin for $10 or you sell the game for $2? That dude almost became a billionaire, right? Or something close to it. Or just
that whole situation was weird when he like took it down from the store. Like
the money was too much, dude. That dude's a
no. I
beast.
feel like there's more that went beyond. Like I wonder if Nintendo lawyers with the pipes were coming at him or something. I wonder.
I wonder. Bought so many Ferraris. I would have wrecked Ferraris on purpose. I don't even give a damn. I would have given you a Ferrari smash, but then wrecked it on the way to deliver it on purpose.
Well, I'm glad to see your friendship is that strong, guys. That's wonderful. Hey, New York Giants fan came in, says, "What's up, guys? No dad joke today." What? Not feeling it. Lost my dog this past weekend. Oh man,
this is happening.
Sorry.
Man, my range of emotions there, New York Giants fan, was all over the place because at first I was pissed because they weren't going to give us a joke, but now I feel very sorry for your doggo. So yes,
I was also all over the map. I thought it was going to be no dad joke today, and then follow it up with the dad joke.
Yeah, that's not a joke though.
Nope, definitely not.
Rest in peace, Gio, right there. Sorry about that, man, and it's rough. Sorry, that's a bad pun. I didn't mean it that way.
God damn, Craig.
I didn't mean it that way. Sorry. Marmalin says we need a Cam cooking show now after that glorious quote breakfast sandwich. That's right,
dude. I can make a hell of a bowl of cereal for sure.
Future Kulak pretends says I don't think you can fairly compare sales of PlayStation 2 and today's consoles. There were less gamers back then. We need a per capita percentage or something to compare.
Per capita. I don't understand per capita. Sorry.
Don't understand this.
Just dude, I'm from Alabama. My IQ is like 8. So
it's you have more fingers than you do IQ, which is good.
Yeah, dude.
And Modest came in and says, "Hey, bada bing, mamma mia, say it ain't true. ES6 is in huge trouble if that idiot writer from Veilguard is involved. It's been 5+ years since they revealed the trailer. 13 since Skyrim. It better not suck."
High expectations come out of this Elder Scrolls 6 right now. Not looking great.
Marmalin says, in honor of the New York Giants fan, what does the Eiffel Tower and the Tick have in common? They're both Paris sites. What do you think of that one, Blab? Do you like that one?
I do like that. That's funny.
I saw you giggle a little bit. That's good. And Epsilon Sama says, Blaz, please go to Olive Garden. Right now they have endless pasta bowls. Combine that with unlimited breadsticks. You are in Italian heaven. Mamma mia! Arrivederci Montez. Thank you so much, Epsilon Sama. Blaz, can we have a heart-to-heart really quick about Olive Garden? Can we have that conversation?
No, move on.
Boys, I'll be right back. We need to have a heart-to-heart.
No, we're not.
No, we need to.
You literally just booed our guests. That's so rude.
This is important. Okay.
You bringing them on like last minute. And you just booted them.
Yeah, I know. But this is important, Blabs. Listen.
I'm with Hypernauts on this.
Blabs, when we started talking about Olive Garden, we were
Like
talking about
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I was the bad guy.
You're
I was
still the bad guy here.
continuing to push this on you.
Mhm.
Labs, the tide has turned
No,
to where now
it's still you.
because your refusal to just try some fucking spaghetti.
Why should I eat it? Listen, you're trying to get a reaction out of me. It's not gonna
No, I'm
happen.
not. I'm just saying, Blaz, for content, which is what we do for a living,
No,
it'd
I'm
be
good.
great if you tried
will
a
go and
bowl
eat
of
a burger.
spaghetti.
I'd rather go to Texas and eat a burger or something like that, you know?
Eat a what?
Thank you. A burger. I said burger for some reason. Burger.
For the content.
Ribs.
Hi, Smash.
More like olive garbage.
Thank you,
God
Cody.
damn.
But that's the point. You got to at least try it.
Yeah, no,
I've already been. I don't need to go
No, you
again.
haven't.
the
You got a
point.
salad doesn't
You
count.
are right. It's like whatever. You know, you go there, you're like, oh, these breadsticks are okay. All the spaghetti's okay. So
She's
it's
actually-
like, you know, it's
she acts like I'm going to legit poison her. Like
Look,
I'm legitimately going to hold a knife to her throat and be
you don't
like,
even know where she is right now.
right? It's
Sure.
great. Hey, give it up for Dez, who rated us over on Kick with 22 viewers. Dez, thank you very much. Genuinely appreciate that. And SS, we got love coming in from all over the place. Vegeta over on Kick, over on Twitch, gifted a sub to Jiku over there. So thank you very much, Vegeta. Appreciate that. Hey, before we get into hard news and all that stuff, Smash, do you have an update on your ongoing legal proceedings?
I do. It's kind of a brief update. I talked about it last night on my stream. But basically, from what I understand, and I need all this other legal mumbo jumbo whenever I talk about this, because I am an internet retard and I don't know what I'm even doing on here. From what I understand, the Alyssa's lawyers or Alyssa were trying to proceed with discovery in the case.
Okay, so real quick, what is that? Okay, we know what discovery means, but why would they want discovery?
So that is kind of the ultimate question. Because right now we're at a point where we're waiting for the judge to decide on if they're going to hear this case or toss it or what they're going to do with it. So in the meantime, I've just kind of been like in a holding pattern, just kind of waiting. And then my lawyer, Ron Coleman, called me few weeks ago. It was like, hey, chatted with Alyssa's lawyers and they want to proceed with discovery. I was like, what? Why? Like, aren't we waiting for a judgment? He's like, well, their thought process is if they proceed with discovery now, that if the judge hears the case, then they can already be in process of discovery so that we don't have to kick this case down the road and make it last even longer. And I'm like, does it cost us money to wait? He goes, no. He's like, it doesn't cost any money to wait. I'm like, okay, then why would we rush discovery? That doesn't make any sense right now. He's like, yeah, that's where I am with this as well. But as your lawyer, I need to just, run it by you, see how you're feeling about it. He's like, that was my thought as well. But yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, that's weird. But to answer your question, why they would be in a rush for discovery, I can only think of very negative things, like maybe just going by what she has done to me already with doxing where I live in a legal letter out there for everyone, and having some really, I'll just say, not good people on the internet sharing it around, telling everyone where to find it was kind of sketch. I have a concern that if they were going to do that to me, the idea of discovery in this case would be the win, to find out other information of people I associate with, people I know, people who are very private, to get that information out and maybe, I don't know, accidentally have it somehow leak out onto the internet and stuff like that.
Do you think that like she's that devious and she's thought
Yes,
that far
I do.
ahead? Yeah,
I absolutely do. There's literally no question in my mind that there's nothing I would put past her at all, because of the things that she's already done to me. I would, the worst things in the world are on the table. Like, that's the way I look at her. I'm like, this is to me someone who I do not trust at all with their intentions of anything. It's extremely concerning that it's even gotten to this point in the first place. It's highly stressful as well. But yeah, that's where it's at right now. So basically, Ron submitted a letter to the court, a notice of motion to stay discovery pending resolution of plaintiff's motion to dismiss the second amended complaint, which in layman's terms is we're going to wait to see what the judge says before we do anything right now.
So is there an end in sight here? Like, is there a judgment coming or?
Yes, the
anything?
judgment is what we're waiting on. The end in sight is hopefully, fingers crossed that the judge sees it our way and is like, yeah, this is a frivolous case. We're going to throw it out, and whatever verbiage it is to be like, you can't file this somewhere else because this is a lull suit. This is a waste of time, which is what we firmly believe it to be. If the judge sees it that way, then it all goes away, and then the slap stuff comes into effect, and potentially she could owe upwards of $50,000+ to me.
Right, which in reality you're not going to see a damn cent from.
Correct.
Yeah.
I already know that going into it, but it doesn't negate the fact of at least having something to potentially hold over her for the next 20 years, which would be amazing.
Cam, have you followed this whole thing with Smash?
No. So this is a defamation thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've gathered. I've not followed it. I've loosely followed it when I scroll by it on like Twitter. That's the kind of like my knowledge. And then of course I watch Smash almost every day. When I try to rate him every day, and I watch him almost every day, and he'll talk about it sometimes. But there has been an update in a while, so it from what I've seen, so it's like disappears from my thought process for a while, and until just now, because I know he was talking about it last night on his stream, so I kind of got an update for it. But yeah.
So okay. So what's the timeline on this as far as a judgment coming down? Do you have any idea? Is this a month from now, 2 weeks from now, 6 months from now?
Honestly, at this point, it could be any second.
Really?
Because I thought it was going to be earlier this month. So maybe at the earliest, we're looking at between earlier this month to the end of this month. At the latest, it could be 3 to 6 months. At the very, very latest, if it's like crazy, which Ron said he doesn't expect this, because it could be upwards of a year, but he's like, I don't see that in the situation like this. But yeah, this is just kind of wait and see right now. Any moment we should be able to hear something regarding what the next move is here. But it's extremely stressful. And I mean, I know this is kind of not lawyer speak or courtroom speak, but it's just like, it's such a fucking waste of time for such a stupid thing. And the amount of money that has gone into it, at least on my side of things, I don't know about hers. I'd imagine she's put some money into this. I don't know how much, but whatever has been put into it has been such a complete waste. The only people that win are the lawyers. I know people hear that all the time, but it's like, even if I win and it gets thrown out and the slap goes on her and she owes me $50,000, I don't win. I don't expect to see a dime from her. And she doesn't win if this goes in her favor. The only people that win are the lawyers. I think this is a petty internet beef that she just really wants to get an own on someone to be like, I'm right. And I proved it in court. I'm like, who the fuck cares? What is the point of all this? This is so stupid.
Well, this has been it is a big deal because if
the repercussions are a huge deal. Yeah,
very much so. But I saw your tweet about this yesterday. Apparently, this is like this just seems like something you probably shouldn't be doing. Like as far as filing a lawsuit, if you are struggling to make ends meet, right? Saw this the other day. This is your tweet from yesterday. She said it really sucks. I can't be earnest and honest on this app because it gets screenshot and spread around on the other app for people to dunk on, and then they DM me mocking my pain. So anyways, I'm struggling.
Before you even go on, I think it's ironic that she starts it off admitting that she can't be honest with people online. But go on.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, I'm struggling big time with depression. I'm really frustrated that I don't have a full-time job. That I don't have benefits. I've been grinding for freelance work that I'll have to chase payment for. I worked really hard to get into this industry. I'm working hard all my life, and I just feel like I'm failing right here. But like you would just think,
almost like reality is finally hitting her. That's what it feels like.
Well, there's some irony in that. Like you don't have a job because you're not valuable,
Mhm.
right? That's the reality of it. That's not me being a jerk, but these companies don't find value in what you bring. So you're
It's
not,
it's almost like she's been told yes her whole life by her circle that she feels like no matter what she does, she's empowered, that she's in the right. And then reality's smacking her in the face right now, and she's very confused by it.
yeah. Well,
And entitlement would be the word that comes to mind with that.
there's a lot of irony on that right there. Yes. Okay. Give us like best case scenario. What best case scenario and worst case scenario for both these things? So like give us 30 seconds in each of those.
Best case scenario is I get an email 10 minutes after this that it's been dismissed. I don't know what the verbiage with prejudice, I think. I don't even know. Where that means you can't file it in California either, because the judge in New York is saying, no, this is a useless lawsuit anywhere. Stop wasting this person's time. And then we'll hear the slap and then applies it to her. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is they don't even dismiss it. They want to hear it in New York, and they qualify being on the internet as jurisdiction for me being in New York, which would establish a case law that has never been established before that I have ever seen, which means that would change the dynamic of how the internet even works, which would be a massive, massive decision just in that, if that were to happen. And then following through all the way to the end, if she were to win after all that, all the money with traveling, lawyer fees, I mean, we're talking upwards of potentially $250,000+ or more, $250,000 for me saying what could be construed as mean words to her on the internet that I was only saying because she was being mean to me first, which she always seems to forget that part of it. But, it's a convenience memory.
That's very UK of like, that's a very dystopian thing that you got to pay money for saying the bad things. Yes.
To that point, it's like these people don't understand that the very law, the stochastic terrorism that they're trying to get passed would be just used on them right after it. If it were to be approved and made law, it's like, well, what would stop me from suing you for the shit you've thrown at me? Or people in general that you've said to other people, what's stopping them coming at you?
I've been saying that for years, Smash, that there's all these people, and they usually find themselves on the left, that are maybe not as much as of just recently, but the last couple of years, they've been like begging for this, policing of speech, like whatever they consider hateful, blah, blah, blah. We need to pretty much get rid of the First Amendment and start punishing people for, like Colorado passed it the other day, right?
Was
like,
that the pronouns thing?
Yeah, and businesses have to use preferred pronouns, and if they don't, they could face up to 6 months in prison. Individuals, right?
I've not seen this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, there's no way that's going to actually hold up. But
yeah, it'll be struck down by the Supreme Court. But they're trying to do it. Basically,
Craig looks so confused. He's like, "What?"
I've not heard of. I'm sorry. Like I have not seen this. Hold on. Like, go ahead.
I was going to cover it last night, but I just ran out of time. Oh,
it's just
crazy.
compelled speech, and there's people that usually find themselves on the left that really want this to happen, and they don't realize that 4, 8, 12 years down the road, when the people you don't like are in power, they'll use that same precedent
directly
to determine what they think is hateful. Which
then they're going to want to change the laws to fit them at that point too.
Yeah, and they won't have the opportunity. And they'll be suddenly now you're getting thrown in prison because you are saying a certain thing that's considered a dissenting view. So no, don't you never allow it to happen, because these people they never have forethought. They can never look a couple years in the future to say, wait a second, if I'm in favor of this law that compels speech, what if the other people come into power? And they never think about it. They're like, oh, it'll never happen. It'll be blue for the rest of our lives. So it'll never happen again. And I'm like,
well, Colorado was also the same. One of the towns there, didn't they pass a law where the pride flag was the mayor said that was the town flag, so that they couldn't legally take it down. And I'm like,
Colorado.
Yep.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, the idea of like using the rules against him. That's actually, we talked about this briefly yesterday, but Savvy has done that. Which brilliantly, by the way, she said, I filed a report. There were these people from this group have been misgendering her, calling her a boy. So she has filed a report in both the UK and Australia in the last few days for malicious denial of my sex, which is female. This is 100% how you handle this shit. You use the rules that they made against them, and you see them crumble. So I'll be interested to see kind of what happens if any police officers show up to Collective Shout's doorstep and says, "Hello, you've been misgendering people. Off to jail. Off to jail you go."
Well, they never think that it goes in the opposite direction, right? They never.
Well, because I think it's like a psychological. They are altruistic and feel like they are the morally superior, morally correct at the end of the day.
You know what? For example, this happens every damn day on those college campus interviews. So, somebody like a girl, like it's always like a 22-year-old white girl with like dreads for some reason.
We have had this conversation many times the last few times this past week.
Nose rings involved.
Yeah, and they'll be like, the guy interviewing him was like, "Well, say something." She's like, "Well, you couldn't understand because being a man." And he's like, "Why would you assume my gender?" And then you can watch her face like contort, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And it's like, yeah, this this can go both ways, and people don't
get
have
caught
to be
in the
genuine.
crossfire of your own rules.
Yeah, people don't have to be genuine because, to be fair, a lot of people aren't genuine on your side. So you have to adhere to this, or else you look like a hypocrite. And what happens when that becomes compelled and enforced legally? What happens?
Well, that was
now?
like the whole. Was that mayor of the town that started saying that he is a woman, and they were like, "You're not, though." And he's like, "Well, I am." And they're like, "But we know you don't mean it." It's like, you can't say that. These are your rules.
Yeah. Right. You made these rules. Now live with them, right? Well, shit, man. That is well, I guess we'll be rooting for you there, Smash.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's very stressful, but the other thing too, I hear whispers that it's not just stressful for me. And based off of her blue sky, it's clearly weighing on her as well. The entire situation, I think she is slowly coming to the realization that this is a massive waste of time and money and resources. And she's kind of backed herself into a corner now because she's kind of realized what we all knew from the very beginning. Finally now, but it's like she's too far pot committed. And what's it, the sunken cost fallacy, where it's like, well, I'm already this far in, I might as well just keep pursuing it. It's like, this is so stupid.
Dude, I just go back to when all the nonsense was happening about a year ago, right? When everything was kind of trickling out, maybe March or so, and I invited her to come on the show with like all the good intentions in the world of like, hey, let's talk about your perspective on this. And just her nonchalant arrogance, kind of the way she responded to it, and this holier than thou. I was like, okay, all right. Like, I've never had any interaction with this lady before outside of her, talking poorly about me and and me saying that she's a cunt, because I do think that she's a cunt. That's just my personal opinion. That's just kind of
careful, because I have a lot of personal opinions about her, and she's suing me for those.
Oh,
so,
okay. Well,
so careful. Apparently,
how do you say this?
You're on the list, Craig.
Okay. How do you say it? In my humble opinion, is that what you say?
You're not allowed in a communistic Marxist mindset. You're not allowed humble opinions.
Oh, okay.
You have to cult groupthink.
I have changed my opinion. I think that Alyssa Mercante is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
There you go.
And
now you are doing the right think.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Excellent. There you go. But yes. Well, there we go. Cam, we were talking on this before we got started. People have been beefing with you, but you squashed all your beef.
Yeah, my beef. Well, so now look, there's always people beefing with me, but I don't think there's been probably less than 2 to 3 times in 6 years where I've ever responded to it. And I think 2 of them have been review tech, because like he kind of gave me my start in content creation. And I'm always thankful for that. I put my first video out. It hit 1 million views. It was crazy. I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. And, I hit 30K subs in 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
And I was like, this is awesome. And then I was like, and then it slowed down, of course. And I was like, oh, well, that was cool. Like, and then Rich made a video about me, and I found another 20K subs. I'm like, woo! And then I went on his podcast, and I hit 100K really fast. And I've always respected Rich for that, and I always respected his grind, because he was going ham as hell for years. I watched him just grind into 1 million subs. And then like now he's definitely changed his style of things. he kind of does reaction streams, and he gets kind of politically driven. And just every now and then I'll catch a stray, and I don't even know why. Like, I think it's because people perceive me as conservative, which is more closer to the truth, I think, than most things.
See, maybe you lean right.
Yeah,
right?
there's
Like,
a lot. I don't see anything in black and white. There's every issue is very
Sure.
nuanced for me.
I feel like people in the middle are now defaulting to leaning right because the
Oh,
left
yeah.
has gone so extreme. that
I
it's
don't even
like-
want to say. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, I don't even want to
Yep.
say that I even lean left. So, but yeah, I guess you would say I lean right, and it's just I think people just assume that, and I don't, and I try to kind of avoid political takes on my show just because they don't interest me as much as other things. I like to focus on the behaviors of individuals and the thought processes to how you get to a certain opinion. That's what I enjoy. And I think talking about it openly makes people think I'm like a hyper conservative when I'm not really.
Sure.
And every now and then I'll catch some strays, and every now and then Rich will throw a stray at my ass and be like, "Fuck that guy," Camel's a bitch, and I'm like, "Whoa!" Like,
Came out of nowhere. All right.
I didn't do nothing. But no, he that happened kind of recently, and then he apologized whilst I was streaming. So I was like, all right, cool, it's all good. So I don't mind it. I'm saying as long as somebody's cool, like, yeah, I goofed, I just said a thing, kind of, charged thing.
So look, we're busy here on the show. We got things working. We're working on King of the Cart and stuff. And people like when you say, "Oh, Smash is coming on," and the people go, "Well, I can't stand Smash because he did this or whatever." It's like, here's the reality. Like, I can only speak for me. I don't know about everybody's like beefs that they have with each other, and I gotta be honest, don't really care.
Yep.
Don't care. Like, everyone here is a grown ass adult and can handle their own beefs, right? And if I have, Smash on, he doesn't get along with whoever, creator CBD, whatever, or I have creator CBD on, and then Smash is pissed about that. Like, I don't care, right? Everyone here is a grown ass adult and they can handle themselves, and it's not my job to keep up with the internet beefs. So
the weirdest thing with online discourse is if you took everything as like gospel, and people are like, well, I don't like a certain guest in your chat, you would never have a guest again.
we would never have a show.
And
Never have a show.
That being said, people hyper fixate. And look, I'm not shitting on anybody. I get it. Like, this is all entertainment for people. To about 50 to 60% of viewers, we are a picture on a screen.
Mhm.
We're not human and we're not real. This is entertainment. So, I mean, people, I'll mention that I like in crossing that I talk to this creator, or I might be collabing with this creator or something to that nature. And there's like people that come out of the woodwork and they're like, did you know that Cam said this person, blah, 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 in jest?
Mhm.
Like, in 2022, and the creator themselves don't even give a fuck. They're friends with me, like,
Right.
now or something. Like, maybe we beefed a hair for 2 seconds and we squashed it. There's still people in the chat. Did you know that Cam and I said, what a piece of shit? And I'm like, dude, move on, because the creators don't even care about your beef as much as you do. That's insane. If you care more about a beef than creators
in it.
themselves do, then you need to go to the fucking hospital, bro. And you need to watch Duck Dynasty reruns, because this shit ain't for you. Because I know you don't realize it, but we are real ass people. Like, this isn't Duck Dynasty, bro. This is this is Pawn Stars. How much can you give me? Nothing, because we are real people. Like, so
That's right.
chill
We're
the
real
hell out.
people, damn it.
Well, it's funny because you say we're just picture on the screen. I was just thinking, I was like, I've actually met both of you in real life.
Yes, I
already.
have too.
I will
We've all met each other.
I will see Smash on Saturday.
Not even a week from now. Yeah, less than a week.
Like,
That's
I
what I
went-
mean. To us, we're real people. We've all met each other. We hung out.
Mhm.
Craig's fucking tall as hell. It's like,
Yeah.
so we've all met each other and we're real people. But to a large portion of viewers, and obviously not everybody's like this, but to a large portion of viewers, it's like I'm like a character, and when they hate me, it's like they're watching a football game and they hate the opposing team.
Sure, they root against you.
That's where it stops. They're like, they don't see me as Cody, Alabama man that literally just sits in this goofy ass room. It's a real room.
Alabama man. Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody who everybody loves is Guam's princess. Hey, Blabs, how you doing? You doing good today?
Oh,
Yeah?
Look how
Hey,
cute.
give it up for
The
Blabs,
chat thinks
everybody.
I'm dead. It's really funny. I've been trolling the chat on YouTube. They think I died.
She's dead. That's good. Well, she's
GG's.
back. All right. Well, look, we've been chit chatting about all the stuff going on. We're glad you guys are in for it. Appreciate it. That guy Gus came in at 10, says Blabs does such an amazing job. Here's 10 for you, Craig, so you can reward her hard work with an Olive Garden gift card. Thanks, get that guy Gus. Appreciate that. Well, we'll get her some spaghetti. Review Toke. Thank you, Charitard. We have this from Tenarian says, every little bit of drama in the U.S. sounds like a cartoon to me here in my little quiet island paradise. However, you'd probably also find it weird that I never lock my doors, so I came home from work today to find a tub containing a slab of dolphin meat as big as my torso in my kitchen. I spent half an hour before the show cutting some of it up into smaller pieces to enjoy after work tomorrow. Well, thank you, Tenarian. That's dolphin meat, huh?
That
That's
might
what
be
he
the most
sent with
random
the first
comment
tip.
I've ever seen.
That's weird.
Tenarian's a
But
stud.
that's sad though, because dolphins are cool. No,
Yeah.
I have the same issue.
People
So
eat
I do
dolphins.
lock my doors because I don't care what anybody says. Look, I live in the city, but it's kind of like 2 miles out of downtown. So it's trees and shit because Alabama, there's and I have a ass ton of guns. In every room I have a gun. I have 2 ARs, 12 gauge, and I have pistols in every room.
That a boy.
And so and all my doors are locked. I have security bars on my sliding doors on my pool house and shit. But there's so many of my friends, like my cleaning lady and, her husband and 10 of my other friends, they have my door passcode. So I'll just be sitting there, and it's always the worst when I'm drinking. I'll be sitting there 4 claws deep. I'll be on the couch, and my balls out, and I'll hear beep, 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 beep. And I was like, like, who's at my house? Oh my God. The door opens and it's just one of my buddies who's like, dude, I brought some spaghetti. I'm like, oh, cool.
We're gonna get some fucking headlines. Says NASCAR racer and streamer shoots friend dead for dropping off spaghetti. Like
No, I always get so terrified, and then it's always like it's never bad, but for some reason I hear the beeps and I'm just like, oh, it's over. And then it's just like, hey man, you want some beer? I'm like, yeah.
Yes, I do. Joey says, I can't even begin to imagine how much stress this lawsuit has put on you and your family, Smash. This should have ended with some kind of settlement. I hope this ends favorably for you and your family.
I do find it interesting to that point that they haven't even come forward with any kind of like, hey, can we like settle this somehow? Like they don't, it's like they have a agenda to get this law passed. It really has nothing to do with what I said or did. It's just, we want to pass this law.
Yeah. For somebody who has no money, they sure have a lot of power or a lot of resources.
3 lawyers representing. I mean, 1 lawyer is expensive enough. I could only imagine 3.
Mm-hmm. Tamamo says, Craig, I need you to be clear. You didn't get past my autism. Sarcasm. You're telling me old Craig doesn't want to give Lil Craig a slap for being dumb? Oh, yes, of course. I was an idiot.
Come on, Craig.
Thrashify says, my girlfriend at the time bought me an X-Bone after release on Valentine's Day. I had to pretend to be happy. I never used an Xbox. I was always a PlayStation.
He's like, needless to say, I broke up with her.
That was the last gift she ever gave me. Tamamo says, Blabs, did you see my donuts on Plus? I tried the Ravenclaw one. Very nice. Much blueberry. Work is always better with donuts on company money.
I did see it. I commented on it saying nice.
Thank you, Tamamo. Henry says, very rare we are honored by 2 of my favorite guest hosts at once. Also, Craig, did you peep that Vinnie Mac clip I sent a couple weeks ago? Anything come from that? Nothing came from it yet, but there may be something coming down the line. Vinnie Mac saying inappropriate things. Mercenary says, Mercanta is the kind of person that I think would burn $1 million so long as it causes no end of pain to whatever made her mad, even kids. Okay, that's fucked up. Future Kulak says the process is the punishment. There we go.
Yeah, but I feel like the process is equally a burden on her as it is to me. I don't think she expected that, but
nobody likes the legal proceedings at all.
No.
Everyone. All right. We've dilly-dallied for a long time. Let's get into some stories today. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Okay, gentlemen, we saw the story the last couple days of Raja Jackson, the son of Action, whatever's Jackson, the guy that MMA
Rampage
guy,
Jackson.
Rampage Jackson.
Action Jackson, bro.
Well, his son was Action Jackson the other day when he beat the holy hell out of that wrestler. It was super viral. Everybody's talked about it. We put a segment up.
How is he not in like a holding cell right now?
It
Like this
leads me
isn't safe to be.
Smash. I'm having some kind of weird. So at first, up until like yesterday, I was like, "This is fucked up," and now I'm like, "Wait a second, is this an elaborate PR thing? Like where it did look real. It looked real as fuck. I mean, it looked like he was just haymaker in this dude, but maybe, just maybe, this is all bullshit to get Raja Jackson at the top of the freaking streaming numbers. Like, I don't know, man. Because there's wrestlers coming out and like celebrities being like, Raja's not in the wrong. It's the wrestler's fault. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
I'm all for conspiracy theories, but even I have my limits. I'm like, no,
he knocked the shit out of that dude.
I've watched that video many times, and
damn, Smash, that's weird.
It is kind of fucked up. Smash.
Yeah,
I watched all that, bro.
I watched it in slow mo.
No, I did. I
watched it in
like,
4K.
I was like analyzing. I was like, holy shit, this guy legit. It's one of those rare occurrences that gets caught on camera for an extended period of time of somebody just has completely lost their mind. It's like, it's scary.
Went
It's
into kill mode.
I think it boils down to, if you want my 2 cents on it,
I do.
We haven't heard this terminology for a while since it kind of dissipated from the NFL. This guy's an MMA fighter. I think there's a strong case to be made that he has severe CTE, and he's just like Aaron Hernandez, where he just doesn't think properly. It's crazy.
So he's 25, right? So he's still young.
How old was Aaron Hernandez?
It's pretty young, but I'll tell you this. You know, it's interesting that you mentioned this being broadcast and kind of the severity of this, because this Rampage Jackson has not been pulled from Kick yet, whereas his son has. But while streaming, Rampage Jackson had his son on his stream, and they talked about it, and they asked. He wanted to get his thoughts on this. This is shocking here.
Yikes.
It's 20 seconds long. Pay attention to what his son says.
Then you ruined it.
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Well,
The goddamn cameraman's fault. I know he's watching this shit. If you watching this shit, nigga, how could you? How fucking could you? That's what I expected, though. It's all good. We gonna fucking figure this shit out.
You know, this all seems fucking fake to me. Like, what's happening?
My first thought is, if I'm the cameraman holding the camera there, and he said it's the cameraman's fault, I'd be like,
oh damn, I'm next. No, dude. You know what should have happened? You know what should have happened?
What?
No one should have pulled him off the dude. Because if that would have happened, it would be cut and dry. He'd be charged at least second-degree murder.
Yeah, he also would have killed him, though.
That's what I'm saying. But he would.
I would argue they should have pulled him off a hell of a lot sooner.
Oh well, yeah, that's the best case scenario. But
I can't believe the ref was just like watching it happen. Maybe he was just in shock. In
the world of professional wrestling, right? The referee's job is literally there to relay information and to protect the wrestlers. I don't think the guy was trained well enough. I think
exactly. It was almost like, I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. I'm not getting involved in whatever's happening in front of me.
The fact that it probably took about 5 of those haymakers to hit, where he was like, "Holy shit! Wait, hold on. Oh, this is wrong." Because like you're in the heat of the moment. The script was he was supposed to get on him and lay some hands on him. So, but he just went all out. So 5 hits. The referee, you can tell he like notices at one point. He's like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Also, from the ref's perspective, you see that dude throwing those haymakers. You're probably like, "Yeah, I don't want one of those hitting me."
Yeah, for sure.
And that guy, you could see he was tapped out. He's like,
"Yep."
Well, TMZ got a hold of Rampage Jackson while he was traveling. And I want you to watch this, because I find literally, I don't know what I find more disgusting, his response or the TMZ guy who is asking the questions. Okay, here it is.
How you doing, Mr. Jackson? Anything to say about? And first of all, really sorry. We're really sorry about the whole situation.
You know that. I wish I could.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
All I can say is all the racist people give me death threats and stuff like that. Like, I'm a fucking master.
Ding, 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 ding.
What does racism have to do with this? Why is that card being pulled right now? Like a genuine question.
Because why wouldn't it be? Of course.
Last ditch effort, man.
That's right.
I mean, to be fair, Smash, if I could, I probably would too.
No, good point. Good point. Like if back's against the wall and it's you got nothing else, like I guess, but it's just like it's so tired. It's so the whole like racism is so tiresome.
It's lost all its value. Yeah, like everything's lost its value. Like there's nothing you can really be. You can't even Nazi doesn't mean anything, and none of that shit matters anymore. Yep. It's just you overused it, and it's lost its weight in gold.
Craig, before you play it more, did you hear about Rampage? And I have not verified this myself, so maybe you could. That he didn't do a college fund for his kids. That he did a bail money fund for his kids, knowing that they were fuck ups.
Yes. So there was a clip of him yesterday where he's talking about he has 4 kids. 2 of them are Asian kids from an Asian mom, and then 2, I guess, are black, right? And he said that he was saving money for his 2 Asian kids, and he saved money for his Asian kids' college funds, and he saved bail money for his other kids. One of them being Raja, which is pretty fucked up.
Tell me you haven't like failed as a father if that's what you're doing. Like, bro, like.
Well, I thought about this the other day when I saw that attack on the dude, on the wrestler guy, and he like you could tell if all these things are legit, you can tell that he like Smash said, there's like a flip that switches and he just can't stop. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if he doesn't go to prison for this, he will kill somebody eventually. There's no stopping it. You will not be able to stop with this. This is going to happen to somebody because if he's out at a bar or he's out somewhere and that switch flips because somebody bumps into him or somebody gets in his face, they will die and he's going to prison. So there's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so by the way, Blabs, have you seen? I know we started watching yesterday. We didn't actually play the video because we're on thin ice with YouTube. We're kind of suppressed right now. We have a warning on our channel.
Hey,
we're talking about Roblox. Yeah, we talked about Roblox. But Blabs, have you actually seen the video itself?
No, I refuse to watch those things if I don't need to. Super violent. I don't need to see it.
I think super violent is an
sweet little bluebee.
Shut up, Cody. But on a side note, I've looked up this Jackson. He actually has 5 children.
Okay. Well, just in the video yesterday, he referenced. 4,
it's because one of them he had whilst cheating on his wife, and it was a paternity test that proved that one. And then I'm guessing he never included the one that was born in 2023.
Okay. Well,
damn.
Still
at it, isn't he?
Slut.
Blaz, I put the link to this in the private chat because it's not bloody. It's just
I'm good
brutal.
though. I don't want to. I'm good. I don't need to see it. I don't need to see him getting his face punched in. I'm really good. I understand.
I just feel like it's important for you to kind of understand the magnitude of this.
I do understand it. I don't know why you think I don't.
Well, it adds more levity when you actually see it. But
Smash watched it enough for all of us.
He's watched it 5,000 times on 4K.
Apparently, I have a weird fetish with watching someone get beat within an inch of their life.
That's right. All right, real quick, let's continue here because once again, don't only pay attention to Rampage Jackson, pay attention to just how this TMZ guy approaches this.
People give me death threats and stuff like that. Like, I'm a fucking master. Calling me a bad father. It's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for. None of this is your fault. It's a. You made your explanation.
Anything I say is twisted anyway. So.
Yeah.
Right, let's go ahead and turn to it.
No, here. Hey, prayers are with you and your family, man. Seriously. No, seriously. Everybody exercise compassion here. Take care, Mr. Jack.
What a squabbling, disgusting.
Hey, we're with you. We're with you. That was like such a white guys for Kamala. We're with you. We're with you, Mr. Jackson.
We need to have compassion here while the other guy gets his face turned into baloney. Oh,
I'd be like,
He was
hey, bro,
probably
you're a
saying those
piece of
things.
shit, and your son's a piece of shit. How do you feel about that?
He was probably saying that so he doesn't catch a few licks. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
He doesn't want his face punched in either.
Good point. Good point.
but it is. I mean, it's straight up disgusting to hear that TMZ guy talk and him go, "Oh, look, it's not your fault. You're not a bad father."
You
Yeah,
might be on the pantheons of the greatest, worst fathers ever. You're not a bad father.
right. Yes, you are. You are indeed a bad dad. Congratulations. It's amazing to see, and the response to this. There's more out there actually about this. Apparently, one of the wrestlers who helped pull him off. I have not screened this, so we could just totally get trolled here. But why not? Let's just go for it. Hopefully, there's nothing bad in this video. It says the wrestler who stopped Raja Jackson's attack delivers an epic response to him. So let's kind of see what this guy says here in response. I once again, I have not pre-screened this. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go.
When we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg, you fucking prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye after we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop
Oh,
it,
he
right?
definitely would have.
I promise you he would have killed him. He would.
What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I said, oh, he definitely would have.
Yeah.
And real quick before you press play again, this kind of reminds me of another thought I had. This Raja Jackson guy, I said this in my stream last night, like not a threat, just a genuine concern for him. Like he needs to watch his back because these guys cover for each other. And I mean, I would never feel comfortable another day in my life if he gets away with this.
Oh yeah,
because these guys, it's like a fraternity, and they're gonna get him back.
Dude, there's a lot of truth in that. A lot of truth in that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they if he's just walking around, ends up with his head on the concrete. Hey, man,
it's not going to surprise me at all. I'd actually fully expect it.
Like, with all due respect, does this guy look super stable right now?
No.
You know, like. All right, let's continue.
Would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change your fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge. And then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck everybody.
I like that they bleeped everything out except for the last one.
Yep. Ended on a high note.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's more from this. There's a podcast that happened. This is even more fucked up if this is true. This is apparently wrestlers from Knox Pro, where the incident with Raja Jackson and Psycho Stu took place, are being encouraged by Knox Pro to not cooperate with the police.
What?
Yikes.
But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed. And
see what this says. Please refrain from engaging in comment sections on social media posts about this tragedy. It will weaponize and be potential criminal in civil cases. Fly low. This is from Kevin Thomas. If law enforcement or an attorney for the suspect contacts you in any capacity, let someone here know right away for guidance on how to address them.
Well, that actually might not be the worst advice because they might be trying to spin it really hard. And and they want to look out for these guys to be like, you don't want to get caught up in saying the wrong thing, and then it does come back on you. So
Yeah, I can see that perspective for
Yeah.
sure. Let's see what else they have to say.
And there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely
weird.
What's
That's concerning. Because it's almost like they're trying to. There may be money exchanging hands behind the scenes to make this problem go away.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it kind of sounds like there.
Man, that'd be messed up.
Mm-hmm.
dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And fuck you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir. You are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing.
Let's go.
Let's
go. Man, I wish that was a little bit tighter. You can see who was saying yes, sir, down here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All for the $50 they're going to make for,
I wonder if it's like a military type environment, though, where they're just, that's how they're trained to respond to this kind of stuff. In that, I don't know that world, but I wonder.
The pro wrestling world is one of the most unique industries ever. Everybody knows it's not real, right? From a story perspective.
How dare you?
I know. Everybody knows that it's a story. Everybody knows that the outcomes are predetermined, right? We all understand that. And this is something that is fairly new in the last 20 years, because prior to that, everybody thought it was real. Or at least, they protected it, kayfabe and all that stuff. But I can't think of another industry like this. That's what makes it so unique. Is there's some people who are still holding on to this idea of kayfabe, this idea that you have to protect the industry, whereas WWE, who's the biggest player of them all, is out here just saying, yeah, this is all staged and it's all a story, and here we are, and by the way, this is how we do it behind the scenes. They have these behind the scenes documentaries now, whereas you got these indie wrestlers who they certainly take it to heart, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a million indie wrestling shows before. Cody, I bet indie wrestling shows are big where you live.
Yeah, especially midget ones.
Yeah, let's go.
Which is actually, I'm not even joking. It's great. They're awesome people. They're super motivated and super talented. So it's really fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's tons of indie shows around here. Always there's a big, huge convention center. They're always having them here. And these dudes work their ass off, travel year round, with the dreams and aspirations of, going to the damn top, right? So yeah, I totally see it.
Sorry to Future Boy in the chat who said I ruined pro wrestling for him. Well, I'd like to welcome you from out of the rock that you've been living under for the last 20 years.
It's real to me, damn it.
That's right. Chartard says the guy who fought Raja also incited him to fight. Who brought Raja also incited him to fight. Yeah, the cowboy guy. Yeah, I think he could totally be seen as an accessory to the crime for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Aramis says, probably won't get another chance. Wanted to get this opportunity to say to Smash a big thank you for your content. Been a fan for almost a year now. I appreciate your hard work. Also, hey, Cam, go fast. Let's go.
Thank you.
Joey says, if I'm not mistaken, Raja Jackson had sustained a concussion a few days before the incident. He's also getting egged on by his chat on Kick. Yeah, man.
I heard that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not an excuse, but definitely helps explain. His head's not in the right place. People egging him on, and he's just looking for reassurance of what he's doing is the right thing. And people are like, yes, this is what you have to do. It's the human brain. It's a wondrous, magnificent, fucked up thing.
Yes, it's the most powerful thing we have in our body, and it's tragically flawed.
And it's not always, dude. I'll have the weirdest time. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, man. I'll have a great stream, a great couple days, and I'll go sit on my computer 1 a.m. in my music studio downstairs, and I'll just unravel into depression. It's the weird. And I'm like sitting there in myself. I'm like, why do I feel this way? Jeez.
How old are you, Cam?
Huh?
How old are you?
35.
Yeah, 35. Smash, how old are you?
Oh, God, I don't even know. 43, I think.
See, Blabs, at a certain point, you lose track.
right?
Right.
I think
Yeah.
I'm 44 in 1 month. I think that's what I am.
You know, but it's funny you mentioned that, Cam, because there's a lot of truth to that, right? No matter how good things go in your life, sometimes you just feel like shit, you know. And like, I know I can relate to that, Cam. I wouldn't say I like spiral into deep depression or anything, but there are days where I'm like, oh, you know, like, yesterday I was feeling like shit. We had finished the stream and I was like, oh God, you know, and we have this big event coming up. Like, dude, that I know that I'm not alone. I'm sure there are hundreds of people watching right now that feel the exact same way, where they feel life is great until it's not.
I think what it boils down to for me, and it's probably this way for a lot of people, is you'll have really, really, really good days or weeks or months, and you're subconsciously you recognize that it doesn't make you feel better, and that makes you feel way worse because you're like, oh shit, nothing's gonna ever make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like when I signed a big deal at the beginning of this year, finances were not an issue. Everything was running like freaking oiled machines, and yeah, I'd feel like that all the time. So yeah, but it comes, it's like ebbs and flows. Like the last 2 days, 3 days, I've been feeling awesome. I'm like, yeah, everything's awesome. I've been loving it. So that's good because that's progress. So it's like a constant battle. And I don't know if it might have to do with aging, or maybe it has to do with understanding like thought processes and human behaviors more, which the more you understand, the more you're like, this sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Without going too far into it, I think that there's a little bit of, in today's society, we sit around so much. And I think that there is, when you're sedentary for so long, there's so much value in getting out. Like, that's not how we're supposed to function. We're not supposed to be sitting here for hours and hours and hours on end looking at these crazy screens, like we're wired differently. So I think that our body's being like, yo, dog, you're not doing this right, at times. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. So
I wasn't going to interrupt you, but that's where I was going to go with it. I was like, I always get up only at least once a day. I try to do it more than that, and take my dog for a walk for at least an hour every single day, go outside. And it's like, if I miss that one of those days, it's like, you feel it, like it hits you. You're like, man, there's something wrong right now.
Dude, if I miss the gym one day, and I know I have to, like, I think it's almost every Friday, I'll wake up and I'm like, I can't go to the gym today because I've been 13 days in a row. I'm not helping myself. Like, you need rest days as much as I don't want to do it, because I just want to be at the gym. And it's not like a working out thing. It's like a mind. I have to be there. Like the camaraderie, the sounds, I can kind of like lose myself and kind of think about other stuff. And so those days when I skip, it sucks ass. When like 9 p.m. rolls around, I'm like, I need alcohol. That's why
you got to get out for sure. All right. Tenarian says, people often say men are taught not to have emotions. Not true. We're taught to control our emotions and channel them properly. When you lose your shit like this, you're the opposite of manly. Talking about Raja Jackson. Agreed. Blab, so we'll be back in just a minute. Vegeta says, so let me get this straight. His son sends a guy to the hospital and everyone is racist. That's right. Congratulations.
Yes. And he's the victim here, apparently, somehow.
Mercenary says, Raja better hope he never meets military on the street. No matter what branch of the military you're in, it's one big family, and family looks out for each other. They will Montez him.
Yeah, like I said, this guy, he needs to watch his back for the rest of his life. Like, I don't think he's gonna have an easy night of sleep ever again. Like, this is crazy what he did. Assuming that the law doesn't do the justice that it should, the streets, I guarantee you, will, with something like this public.
Justice on the streets, baby. Wiz says, I wanted to kill that man, and you were wrong for getting in my way. That's Chartard says, there's an interview of the guy who pulled Raja off. Yeah, thank you for that, pointing that out, Chartard. A Mercenary says, didn't I tell you last night about that, Smash?
Yes. I mean you mentioned the same thing. I agree, though. Yes.
Tenarian says, speaking of not locking the door, I actually have woken up to some guy standing over my bed in the middle of the night. I, of course, offered him a bite to eat and showed him to the guest room. Turns out this guy was about to walk to his nearby village when a blizzard hit, and I happened to live on the edge of town at the time.
No, I mean,
What?
he would. I would. You know, I would have offered him a bot of 12 gauge.
I agree, man.
I don't play that, dude. I don't play that shit. Especially right now, I have a few people staying with me, like a few like extended family people and like nephew, and like there's people staying with me right now. So there's a lot of noises. There's things creaking. There's stuff. So I'm totally fine with it right now. But when I'm alone, which is the majority of the time, and it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., I'm laying in bed, got my balls out, and I hear creaks downstairs. Oh, dude, I hop up like a rabbit, like light on my feet. I get my shotgun that has a light on it, and I go and start checking corners in my house. I literally do it like once every other day. and I'll
balls out an awful lot of this house.
Yeah, dude. I don't play around. I just don't. I ain't got the patience.
I didn't want to say that, but I'm glad Smash did because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, there's a lot of ball talk here, but I do have a perfect example of Cody wandering around at night, I guess.
Oh,
let's see. Here it is. This is Cody. Has to be.
Okay, excited to see this. Oh, hold on. There we go. That's
Oh,
not what we're
what'd you
talking
do?
about. That's next.
Hang on.
Oh, is this Cody?
Yeah. What are him?
Very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Thank you, Blabs. You missed one very big, actually two very big parts of that. His balls hanging out.
That's true. Can somebody please like redesign that with just balls?
Well,
as
see,
he walks?
Blabs, the issue is here. So I have what they call long ballitis. It's a disease.
That can't be a thing.
Dude, it's real.
Long ballitis.
Yeah, they're like a foot long. So
Oh my god, it is a thing.
I walk around my house.
It's chronic.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's like they get tangled up and shit. Like no joke. No, so like
Long ballitis refers to chronic or unresolved ballitis, which can lead to complications such as scarring, stenosis, a tight foreskin, oh my, or something I can't even pronounce, BXO, and in rare cases, penile cancer. Oh damn, you get yourself, squared away, Cody.
got that tight penile skin. No, I'll walk around the house and they see the ballitis, right? And it's jarring, so they don't how to react. So I can get like a few shots in. That's the whole point. It's on purpose.
It's
I just had a time
mesmerizing.
code long ballitis. What a day.
Some could say it's hypnotizing.
Yeah, dude. It's just what you do. Is like you have to trick. You gotta trick people. So if you got somebody burglarizing in your house, crackhead.
Oh my god, there's images. That is horrific. You need to get that sorted, Cody. Fast.
All the images are me.
Ew! What
even
the
you
hell?
are. See, you would be like you'd already be shot right now, Blabs. See, you're stunned. You can't take your eyes off the ball. That's where the phrase comes from.
Metaphorically speaking.
That's where the phrase comes from.
Well,
I did learn something new today. Thank you, Cody.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the show today. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, which is great. Hit the thumbs up button as well, as you have all the long ball talk you can handle here on
Solid ball talk today. This is
solid. Let's get to our thumbnail story today, as we've had a very wide-ranging discussion on our program today, which is just excellent, ranging from men being beat the hell out of each other to giant long balls. I guess not giant, just long balls. Sorry, need clarification.
Lord
there.
Long Dong has a new meaning.
Lord. All right. This went viral over the last couple days, as there's this new game that's on the way called Take Us North. And this was announced at Gamescom over in Germany. And there's a nice little tweet out from Women-Led Games over here. It says Take Us North is a narrative adventure survival game that follows the journeys of migrant and asylum seekers on their way to cross the U.S.-Mexico border. And their Kickstarter is now, well, this was live. It's no longer live here. We'll get to their Kickstarter here in just a second. This was quite interesting. I have the trailer here. Do you guys want to see the trailer of this game? I'm sure you guys are ready for this. Cam, you heard about Take Us North? The Migrant game?
Yeah. So I had a big long segment about this on my show yesterday. So yeah.
Okay. So you're quite familiar. Well, this has caught a lot of people off guard as the term migrant is used a little generously, I would say.
And they forget to put that word illegal at the beginning every time.
Bingo. Right. So what happened yesterday was this was signaled on Asmongold's stream. And Asmongold saw it and was like, well, holy shit, I got to talk about this. This is brilliant. By the way, look at the bad cops. By the way, you can just see the visualization here, right? These people they're just trying to flee for their lives. And look at all this stuff. Anyways, so they went in and Asmongold reacted to it, which kind of put it on the radar for a lot of folks. You can kind of see the visualization here. But there's a blog post from Microsoft, who is the, I guess, the publisher of this whole thing, from Miguel Lopez, Microsoft game dev contributing editor over here. And they kind of give you the rundown of this program that they have over here, where they're all about the Developer Acceleration Program seeks to support developers who are led from the Black, Indigenous, Latino, and LGBTQIA plus communities, women, developers with disabilities, developers from emerging markets, or teams with unique perspectives, and several other communities by removing long-standing barriers to entry for creators and normalizing diverse storylines and characters in gaming. So that's how we get games like Take Us North, the illegal migrant game here. Go ahead. Yes, Smash, you were going to say?
That's insane. You know what's insane to me?
What's that?
It's the fact that they're like, okay, we want to focus on, and look, there's nothing wrong with people that find themselves in like, you know, a minority group wanting to get into gaming. And there's nothing wrong with them trying to take advantage of a program that will allow them to do so. You best believe if there's a white guy program, my ass will be there. Hell yeah, I am that guy.
Cody, it's been a white guy program forever.
Hell yeah. No, but still, I'm saying if there's a program, I'm going to take advantage of it. But God, imagine being that person who's like, okay, I'm Hispanic, right? You know, I'm a Hispanic Smash. And they're like, yes, you are. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a game. They're like, okay, what is it going to be? Like superheroes, fucking soccer? What are you thinking? I'm like, I'm thinking my game's going to be about sneaking over the fucking border illegally. And they're like, yeah, greenlit. Like who does that's like making, now to be fair, Smash, actually, I don't want to fuck around with this, but I was about to say that's like making like a thief simulator for like inner city Chicago kids. And I'm like, they already have done that.
They're doing that right now.
They literally are.
One of those games they're making. I can't remember what it's called, but
it's called Loot or Gluty, or what is it called?
Reloaded.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
And these are all the same type of thing where, and I had someone ask me, not just in the stream last night, but also in a reply on the tweet when I was talking about this, with the whole, they're trying to get me in a gotcha, where they're like, oh, you're fine with Grand Theft Auto with breaking and stealing cars, so what's the difference? I'm like, you fucking idiot. It's not about what the gameplay is fun, enjoyable. This is straight up propaganda and indoctrination and trying to teach people, oh, you don't understand their perspective, so that we can maybe indoctrinate you so that you see it from a different perspective and become one of us. Communistic propaganda. Be one of us. Be more like this. Understand what these people have to go through, the challenges and struggles, the trials and tribulations. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want this.
Imagine for a moment if they were developing Grand Theft Auto and you pulled up an actual press release from the Rockstar and you're reading it, and the press release is like, we truly believe in teaching and enlightening people on how to assault women and on how to steal vehicles and to get people more aligned with this way of life. And they were being serious. That would be fucked.
And these protagonists are misunderstood. And you need to understand that they have been born into a world where they didn't get a car. So they need to learn how to get a car their own way.
Yeah. No, like, and that's the thing is when you read so I watched the whole video of her press release. They didn't even show gameplay in the entire press. It was all about like showing real pictures of real people.
Yep.
It's like
propaganda.
And it was like our entire goal is to force people to understand and to grow empathy. It's like literally propaganda. Like they're admitting openly, our goal is to is to force you and to hold you hostage by your own empathy and to make you change your political views overnight. And they use obviously they use the word migrant because, like you said last night on your show, I think they don't believe it's illegal, therefore they will use the word illegal.
Right.
You know,
they purposefully avoid using that word. And
Yeah.
I even said this back when Dust One was a thing, when that first happened. That was a concerning I'm sure there were ones before it too, but the biggest spotlight on the slippery slope of games start going down this direction. It's clear indoctrination of the youth that they're trying to get to people and see it from a perspective that maybe the government is bad. Maybe you need to revolt against your government. Maybe you need to start thinking from a different perspective. And it's like, this is fucked up. And then we get companies like, I don't know, Microsoft and ID at Xbox publishing or sponsoring, financially backing this game. That is not just shameful. That's fucking abhorrent. They need to be publicly shamed for even being a part of this. That's embarrassing.
I just picture money in a dryer.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, 100%.
Just getting tumbled up in a dryer, washed
Which
out.
Craig hasn't even gotten to the Kickstarter yet, which I'm sure.
No, haven't. But I do want to talk about the company that's developing this. It's a company called Anima Interactive. And this is what they say, Blabs, here. Tell us about Anima Interactive. Anima Interactive is a socially conscious indie game studio that blends art and technology to drive positive cultural impact. Have you ever heard of this company before, Blabs?
I have not.
That's right, because this is their first game.
That's not surprising.
And they have
logo missing.
Yes, logo missing here.
I love their website. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Well, this isn't their website, but this is just their game setup. But you can see.
Do they have is that website that we were looking at before? Is that their website?
They do have an official website. We haven't looked at it yet because I was showing it last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it right now.
Their website is actually not terrible. It makes me wonder how much money they poured into it.
Yeah.
But Craig, I'm sure we're gonna get to this too. But did you also notice that after I tagged this Anima, what the fuck's it called? Anima, the company, Anima Interactive. Shortly after my tweet tagging Jeff Keighley about making the video private, they deleted their X account.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a minute. Yeah, because I do think it's important to kind of lay the groundwork here to kind of talk about the initial reaction to this. This was Asmongold yesterday. He's checking this out for the first time, and I think this is why Asmongold works, because he says what everybody else is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
At Gamescom, they're currently showcasing a game about illegally crossing into the USA and processing the trauma from being a minority with real audio clips from real illegals. I have to see this. I have to see it. I want to watch it. This is content. Wait a minute. Okay, we might have something here. Let's get it.
As my pronouns are she, her, and
shit!
I like that. We need that as a soundboard. Oh shit!
I said last night on my stream, I'm like, this is gonna go down into history in the pantheons of just clips from YouTubers. That shit, that's gonna just be used like the as with the pronouns, like shit.
Pronouns are she, her, and
shit!
I love it.
You can feel his pain.
Yep.
That's just fatigue, bro.
It is.
Like,
I just got
he's not even trying to
triggered.
be funny.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to be funny at all at that point, right?
It's just an authentic raw reaction.
So he starts reacting to this, and the company's like, uh-oh. So they actually deactivated their Twitter account. You mentioned this after your tweet, Smash. We'll get to your tweet here in just a second. But Asmongold had a nice little take on this. As the company behind Take Us North deactivated their Twitter account after Asmongold dropped a reaction video to the game about migrants and asylum seekers, to which Asmongold responded, "You could say they self-deported."
Which, by the way, Elon Musk responded to him there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, is Microsoft really funding this company? He says, "I'm not actually sure," which I don't think we know that for sure, but I don't think
it is funded by ID at Xbox. I don't know how much is funded, but it is being funded somewhere. There is a percentage from Microsoft going to it.
I mean, there's literally a quote from the director of developer acceleration, Microsoft Xbox, on the Anima website.
Mm-hmm. And what does the quote say?
All right, and I can just share it so you guys can look at it
Please.
too. Hang on, here we go. I just really want to point out one thing before I read this quote that I think is actually really smart down here. Join the movement.
Of course.
That's pretty smart. Very smart wording. Anyway, so here's the quote. It says, Anima Interactive Projects takes us north, exemplifies the potential of creating opportunities for diverse, talented teams to share their visions. The ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program is honored to partner with Anima Interactive as they shine a light on perspectives that are rarely explored in gaming.
Great.
Their entire website, by the way, is just this. This is their website.
Well, they have received funding, and a big portion of this was actually from Kickstarter. And the Kickstarter that they have, they were looking to raise $30,000 for the game, and they have 575 backers, and they have raised $55,000 here, blowing past their goal of 30. Like, I got to be honest,
Kind of high for 575 backers.
All I know is my book still beat that, so they can eat my ass.
Let's go. Hey, get fucked. But I thought I was looking through this, and I just found a couple interesting things about this. And as a lot of people have pointed out about this Kickstarter, but as you scroll down, you see the different pledges that they have, the different rewards that they have available, stamped in solidarity. We're grateful for your support. Receive a custom Take Us North postcard and pen along with some digital wallpapers. Yeah. So 20 people there, right? And you kind of look at where people have backed. 186 people getting the digital copy on Steam. But you get to kind of some of these larger tiers. And all these tiers, you get something in return here. Something back. You get an embroidered quilt for $100 right there.
Embroidered by the illegals?
Right. You get a candle with special textile bracelet handcrafted by migrants. Like,
no way.
Yes,
the wax is from their tears of pain.
Are they paying taxes on their wages for this?
These are all good questions. Like, so they're literally, I don't know if they're hiring, like, are they paying them a livable wage,
right,
to make these things?
Like sweatshop or what?
$30 an hour? Like, there's so many questions here. The Pathfinder pack. Well, let's see. You get your name in the credits, right? So once again, all these things, you get something back for here until you get even here. All previous rewards plus a one-of-a-kind ukulele handcrafted with love by migrants.
One of a kind, 7 backers.
Right.
by random migrants. I just
by random migrants.
We're gonna find one. Hey, he can make a guitar for you.
Oh,
and then we have this one down here at the bottom, which I thought was the most amazing one here. So all these, you get something back. The Trailblazer pack. Receive the unique ukulele, handcrafted, blah, blah, blah. You get all these little things. You get this thing right here. Until you get here, they actually want to show you what they're doing. Special invitation to real-world research trip, or you can visit a migrant shelter.
You could pay $5,000 to sneak into the country.
You'll pay $5,000 to fly you to Mexico and then illegally sneak you into the country.
Like, now, to be fair, that's kind of based. That's pretty based. That's pretty funny. No, like, it's funny because, Craig, in my opinion, they could have done this. They could have made a legit game. They could have done all the guitar, all that bullshit, like on the Kickstarter, all of that, and just made it a legit game about, like a stealth game that's, you're just happen to be sneaking into the country. And it could have flown under the radar, and if they made the game good, it could have been a decent game. Like, they could have made it like a co-op game where you're sneaking around and avoiding, like, obstacles and stuff. But they could not help but just make it hyper propaganda and divisive.
Well, that was because it's not, I think you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. That was the point of it. That's why they did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's wild. It's like completely on purpose.
And Craig, real quick,
yes.
Let me share my screen because this might blow your mind. I just asked ChatGPT how much can an indie dev get from ID at Xbox? And it goes through total payouts, all this fun stuff, and the developer split and all that. Summary table: average payout per game in 2022, $830,000.
What?
Damn.
Are you serious?
Now I'm gonna assume that this is less than that, but this is average payout per game with ID at Xbox.
Yo, what the fuck? Like, why do you need $30,000 on a Kickstarter then? With all due respect,
because it's money laundering. It's a grift. It's extracting money out of the industry to push propaganda.
Holy shit! Okay, let's just say it's half. Let's say it's a quarter of that.
Yep.
Right, like
even a tenth of that.
Yes, that's ridiculous. Oh my god. Well, Arch, who's on our show frequently, says, would you like to play as a key figure in one of the largest human trafficking hubs in the world? Would you like to immerse yourself in an exploitation of women and children on a scale not seen since the Arab slave trade? Well, now you can, thanks to left-wing game developers. That's right. Congratulations over here. You mentioned this as well, Smash, the idea that for the number of backers here, 575. I think you saw
average.
Yeah,
divide that. Carry the one.
$110, something like that.
Yeah, Savvy points out, says 556 backers, average of $100 per backer. A writer from Dustborn is in this. I didn't think this would actually go anywhere, but seeing people talk about it today, for some reason, here's some breakdowns. The math doesn't math. So a decent chunk of money came from don't need a reward and just gave money. I don't know why these people thought a good use of money was to go to Gamescom too. Then again, this isn't about games. It's about propaganda and trying to get an infinite money glitch in entertainment / government money.
Who paid for the flight to Germany for this developer? How much was spent on the flight there? How much was spent on the hotels? Who's paying for that? The food, the beverages, the parties, everything they're doing, the stage time, the passes to Gamescom, everything. I mean, that has got to cost a lot of money. And you consider they did all that, right? They go on stage, post a hour-long, very unprofessional presentation, pushing propaganda, not even caring about their game. And then the second someone shines light on it, they're like, oh, private, gone. Like, what the fuck was the point of all that?
Well, seeing as you just said private, okay, I went to the website, right? And they have their Instagram linked into their website. However, this account is private.
Yep.
Yeah,
They've also done that too.
Yep,
They
they
privated
that
everything.
yesterday, and they closed their X account yesterday.
You had a pretty good thread here where you just kind of went down the line and kind of hit everything on this Smash. Asking Jeff, why did you make the Gamescom Congress video private? Right? Like, if you're so proud of this,
Yeah, what do you have to hide? If you go there, you spend all this money, why would you private this? And like, legitimately, I was so I love saying the word flabbergasted, so I'll go with it. I was so flabbergasted with this being privated that when I tagged Jeff Keighley, I was like genuinely like hoping for a response. Like, why did you? Was there a reason that I'm not thinking of? Because what the fuck, bro? Like, this is gold content that you just took down. And it's almost like a self-tell that you guys know how bad this is, how bad it makes you look, and how embarrassing it is. And I said this on my stream last night too. They could turn this around and be like, we did not know that this is what the presentation was going to be about. We apologize to all the gamers out there. Our intention is not to push propaganda. We want to make great video games for the gamers out there. And we privated this video because that's not in line with our expectations of Gamescom. I'd be like, based, cool.
That would be cool, but it's not going to happen.
But we know that exactly. We know that's not what's happening or why they did it. They did it because they're afraid of people seeing the truth. And I know it's like tinfoil hat, but it's like, no, this is right out the open. And thank God Asmongold covered it, because if it was a smaller creator, they would have taken that video down instantly. They would have sent a strike against the channel, silenced them. Nobody would have ever heard of it, and they would have just fallen off the map with it. But since it was Asmongold, they can't, because they know that would explode. The Barbara Streisand would make this thing 100 times bigger.
well, let's and you're 100% right on all that. Right, but let's actually dig a little bit deeper here, because this was pointed out by Master TDS, who's been doing some great work. And while
Oh yeah,
some
we didn't
people
even get to the wings stuff.
yeah, so talk about the wings thing, because a lot of people have heard of Sweet Baby Inc., but there's also the wings side of it, and Master TDS is connecting the dots between how this really all comes back together.
Yeah, Wings Interactive is a organization that funds typically indie studios, typically women or minority led game studios. And Kim Belair of Sweet Baby Inc. was a board member of Wings. And we have information from Master TDS that potentially shows Wings being listed as the same location as
Oh wow.
What's the game company? Was it Avalanche Games? I think something like that. At the same exact location, and with the same owner and stuff. They're running out of the same office, and it was like a shell organization funding itself, and then putting the money back into their own games, and then using their friends in the industry to share the money that they were grifting from other sources, allegedly governmental funding or charities and stuff like that, and then just paying their friends in the industry with the money, like hardcore straight up money laundering, allegedly, with Wings. And being associated with Wings is a terrible look. Being associated with the World Economic Forum, I think that goes without saying. What a terrible look that is.
What a mess. And
this person also,
yeah, you said also with
previously
Visa.
worked at Visa for 3 years. And I'm doing the research on this yesterday. I came across that. I'm like, I just stopped dead in my tracks. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, we got Sweet Baby Inc. connections, Visa connections, World Economic Forum, Wings Interactive, Microsoft, the UN is connected as well. Like everything is all connected to this Kayla girl and this studio putting Take Us North together.
Well, so who's this Kayla girl? Like, who is she?
Or Carla, sorry, not Kayla.
Sorry.
No, I got it wrong. She was a former production manager at Niantic and Square Enix, and pushing DEI heavily. And Savvy covered some tweets on how she was in 2022 pushing heavy DEI. Oh, hit me up if you need to get into the industry and you fit the DEI check boxes. I can be your avenue to get you there. Like publicly tweeting this. Like this is who this person is.
Wow.
And oh, by the way, another thing. She also was, before DEI was the latest craze, the previous grift was blockchain. So she was trying to sell blockchain before DEI was big, which goes to show, by the way, that these people don't give a shit about gaming. They don't give a shit about standing for the gamers or making a great game. They care about what the latest grift is and where they can make the most money extracting out of these corporations from it. And at the end of the day, that's really all it boils down to.
Game Dev Heroes finalist, Carla Reyes.
Yep.
Nima Interactive right there.
And she is intricately connected to very powerful people.
This is terrifying to me, because there's obviously something going on that we have an idea of, but we don't really know how it's sprinkling down.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same thing is happening with Crackle Barrel right now. So people don't everybody's been watching the logo change, the rebrand, the statements, the CEO. We've all been watching it, right? But there's a guy on the executive team, okay, and his name is Gilbert Davila. Gilbert Davila is the head of DEI and on the executive team at Cracker Barrel. Where was he before? He was at Disney as the head of DEI right before Disney basically nosedived. So he was arguably the person that has killed Disney's dead, in my opinion, as a result of this. So he was the head of DEI. He started at a DEI firm, became a gajillionaire because there was so much money in it, right? And then he starts working at Cracker Barrel, becomes the largest shareholder at Cracker Barrel, and then basically right when he starts at Cracker Barrel, all this DEI stuff starts being injected into Cracker Barrel and destroying it from the inside out. It's almost as if, like you said, Smash, it's all intricately connected. All these people are coming in from DEI backgrounds and single-handedly destroying every aspect of culture in the West, like
almost as if
engineered.
Engineered, almost as if they're getting paid by somebody specifically, not worrying if they tank a stock or destroy a company because they're making their money somewhere else. And 5-10 years ago, people would be like, all right, put this guy in the loony bin. Where's his tinfoil hat? He's crazy. Now it's like, it's Tuesday. Like,
yeah, when you see a corporation, if you see some kind of drama online about a corporation doing something, and it's a bad thing, like it's a negative thing being seen in that kind of lens, just look at the people involved. And every single time the past 10 years in DEI, blah, 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 connected to WF, the UN. It's all connected. It's always connected.
And Mercenary, I'm seeing Mercenary. He's absolutely right. All this stuff goes back to the World Economic Forum. The ties to Roblox, the ties to Microsoft, the ties to these indie devs. They've even come out and said it. Gamescom, GDC, plenty of conferences publicly available. You can even look it up. They say the quiet part out loud all the time of what their intention is, what they're trying to push out there to people. The audacity is impressive.
It's honestly, it's depressing to think that there's like this evil group. And by the way, they don't think they're evil.
No, they think they're righteous. They think they are the truth seekers and trying to push the good message of the communism or whatever.
It's like fucking Dr. Evil, man. It's really, really weird. It's crazy to think that there's this weird shadowy group on the back end trying to change cultures because they know what's better for you and than you do.
I would step back too and say that this is nothing new. Just the approach is different. This cabal, this evil group, as we will call them, have always, since the beginning of time, has always been there. They've just used different avenues to try to get to people. And right now, they've all realized, I'm sure they've done their studies, that gaming is the #1 entertainment medium. The youngest kids, the easiest way to get to them, to indoctrinate people. This is the best avenue to reach the masses at a global scale and change minds and opinions at an early age. So the video game industry is under attack constantly, presently, right now by these people. And they will not let up. They will try to make us sound like we're conspiracy theorists. It's like, it's fucking obvious. We're talking about it right now. We're showing all the information, showing all the proof. And that's why they hate us for it. That's why they try to make us out to be the bad guys. That's why some of us might be getting sued. That's why they want to try to silence people for speaking up.
It's sad. It's depressing. It's God, I wish we didn't live in that world. I guess that's the best way to say it.
There is something to be said for ignorance is bliss, isn't there?
No, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Like the Matrix, you take the red pill or the was it the blue pill?
The blue pill, yeah. Take the blue pill, and yeah, for sure. Like
you can't go back once you take the pill.
You're 100% right, man. And like I was trying to explain to my wife the red pill, blue pill analogy because she's very blue pilled and she likes that way, and I'm kind of envious of her, you know. And I kind of want to be the guy.
Me and you share a lot of similarities, Craig.
I kind of want to go back and be the guy who just wants to have the burger, who's actually the bad guy in the Matrix. Like I kind of want to be that guy who's like, don't you just want to have a fucking steak and not even worry about all this bullshit? Yep. I'm like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of like it's this thing where if I wasn't in this industry, if I didn't find myself in content creation somehow, that it was a complete accident, by the way. If I didn't find myself here, I'd probably be so relaxed right now.
Right.
I have to you have to peek behind, the curtain, and it sucks balls. And when you explain it to people, you sound like you're crazy.
Yep.
Unless you have somebody that is, I feel like, a little bit more intelligent. And not only that, and I'm not saying, people are unintelligent. I'm saying intelligent and open to hearing and thinking about things like that without actually having an overt experience in it. And so I can have a lot of conversations with people. I have friends that I'll be like, dude, did you hear about, like, listen to this shit. This is crazy. They're like, wow, like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about it to talk about it to my mom or something, she would be like, she would think I was like a crazy, like a conspiracy theorist. Whereas my dad would totally get it.
That's sweet, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, that's sweet. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah. So.
Well, shit, you guys have a lot to say about this, and I appreciate you guys popping in. We had this giant 50 Canadian monies come in. It's from Guy Rise. Says, in GTA, everyone goes in aware you play bad people. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. Sorry. If you play the recent NFS games, there's a disconnect as the devs feel the need to justify why street racing, Need for Speed, is okay. Some things with Reloaded, Take Us North, they need to be seen as the good guys. Thank you, Guy Rye. That's
you know, like, you know what I like? I like when I play a game and there's a big burly dude with a scar on his face, and then another guy, he like blows this dude's face off that's surrendering, and there's another guy that's like, dude, why you do that? He was surrendering, and then it just pans back to the scar guy, and he's like, they're all dogs, and you're just like, beast, and you're like, that guy's a bad guy, but he's blowing heads off, and then like you go through the game. The scar guy doesn't have to have this heart to heart on talking why he was morally just in doing so and why he's actually not a bad person and blah blah blah. No, dude, blow his head off and be like, oh, give a fuck. That's what I like to see. That it's like Homelander, you know, in the early seasons of fucking The Boys. They just didn't give a fuck. You just like, don't care, and you're like, oh, based. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. You know, whether I just hate every time I watch a movie, Craig, or play a game, the bad guys now have to have some kind of moral reason for what they're doing. And I'm like, dude, just be bad. Jesus.
Just be bad.
Just be bad.
Victor came in with all this talking about reprogramming. Man, hey, Victor, thank you so much for the playbook right there. Mr. Floridian says, hopefully there's a game being made where you can work for ICE. I told you, man, I want to.
They should mod it and have you be able to play as ICE.
It'd be like terrorists versus the people like on Counter-Strike. It'd be like that, right?
It's awesome.
Migrants versus ICE.
Crum says, Take Us North is clearly a grift product made to look good to shareholders, not an actual product for the public. Yeah, I can't imagine anybody buying this shit.
No, this is a game. I don't know if shareholders is the right word. I mean, technically, I guess boiling down, but it's more like to their masters at the WEF. This is what you've asked for, masters. Here, we've produced this for you. It's fucking weird.
Bentley came in and says, I'm not going to lie, I will buy Take Us North if they include an online multiplayer and one side gets to play as ICE. Montez, it's pretty fucking brilliant.
Yep.
Game Hunter came in and says, new Asmongold clip did a deeper dive on the Savage and Raja Jackson situation. Have you seen it? And it's crazy that his dad has 700 viewers rage baiting him. His editor is the greatest journalist. Yeah, Asmongold's editor is fucking fire for sure.
He's incredible.
Mercenary says, hey, Blabs, did you get the games I sent you? Nice. And I'm not sure if it was you. Either way, I hope you sent the game. My PC is down at the moment.
I have not received any games.
Okay. Hanshot first came in with those interesting pronouns. He says, if you don't use these words to refer to me, it's a hate crime. Thank you, Hanshot first. Tenarian came in with the 10, says, I get why Cody would be paranoid with all the stories I hear about the U.S. However, we've only had one confirmed murder here my entire lifetime, so I'm more chill. Also, I'm ripped. Never seen the inside of a gym, though. I got my muscles from working. Tenarian's a stud.
Gay. Sorry.
He also followed up and says, we've all felt sorry for migrants at some point, but I'm kind of over it. There isn't a violence small enough for me to care. I've seen what happened to other countries, and I don't want to live there. However, I might have room in my heart for Poppy. Blabs? Poppy hanging out?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got to find her.
Oh, let's see if we can find Poppy in the background. Tenarian, thank you so much for your support today. Blabs will find Poppy for you.
In the meantime, just real quick.
Oh, you can talk.
Oh, no, you sit there and enjoy that smash.
Yes, no, I will.
Okay.
I just completely lost my train of thought.
Yes.
No, I was going to say, like, the Take Us North portraying these migrants as just humble, kind Mexicans just trying to live their life, escaping the cartels. What they don't ever talk about is some of these people are fucking serial killers, mass murderers, horrible, horrific rapists, crimes, things they've committed. And then they're like, hey, they're looking for me here. I'm going to just slip in with this group of people and come to the States. That is a real thing that happens. And even in that presentation that Asmongold covered, the lady on stage, she's like, was it Carla? I can't remember her name. She's like, yeah, sometimes there are limbs and body parts along the path that they walk. I'm like, yeah, because the people going with them are fucking mass murderers coming to our country. It's scary as shit.
Yeah, I was talking about that on my stream last night. I was like, they could have presented this game, avoided most of the propaganda in their weird presentation and all the weird like kumbaya, sit by the campfire shit, and made a real game. And there are people that try to enter your party, and you could almost use it like Mafia or Werewolf, where you have to determine who that is and try to get them out of your party or remove them or kill them or something. And then there would be ICE agents, or there would be, cartel people like patrolling the area trying to pick people up. You could have included a lot of things, and the game would have had a much larger impact of sincerity and actually delivered a message that they might agree with to people that wouldn't have received it otherwise. But they're like, we're going to make this overt, ridiculous propaganda that everybody's going to get pissed off when they see it. I'm like, there's a legitimate way you could have done something, I feel like. And they didn't even try. They're going for the low hanging fruit of kindness, hearts, beautiful, kumbaya, give us money.
Boxes for their masters at the WEF. They don't give a shit about what gamers actually want to play. Do.
No. Lieutenant Sever says, this is the primary problem with DEI and affirmative action before it. It teaches people that their color of their skin determines their character and their fate, and not them being in charge, personal responsibility of their character and fate. Thank you, Sever,
100%.
for that. Then some Gator says, someone should make a Yasuke simulator type game of Take It North. Yeah, I've said this before. I want to work with an indie dev who can just create some really fun games like that and bust them out, make some meme games that can be done really quickly, use some pre-rendered assets, and we'll kind of go in and make some stuff really fun. I think that'd be great.
Call it Ice Attack.
Yeah, let's go. And then, Blabs, I have good news for you.
Oh, a payday bar.
That's right. You have another payday bar coming for you.
I think that's 3 now.
As Shamsa just directly donated $1,000
Nice.
to Side Scrollers.
Where's this guy at my chat?
Shamsa gets
Damn,
the
Craig, share the
numbers.
love, Craig. Come on. Hoarding all that damn delicious monies.
It's ridiculous. Play it, Blabs. Go
I
ahead.
just tried to. It blocked me.
Developers. Yes.
Cocaine, not even once.
Let me just say this. We need to have a custom Shamsa celebration when Shamsa comes in and drops bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Says, this didn't go through yesterday. Blabs, you're wonderful. One of the best around, if not the best. Keep your head up, held high, and keep up with the great work.
Thanks, Shamsa. Woo.
Who woo indeed. Shamsa, your Blabs is going to be chowing down on paydays.
Paydays.
Let's go. And then with that ridiculous way to finish the show, we say thank you for tuning in. Cam, tell everybody where they can find you, my man.
This always ends so much earlier than I realize.
Yeah, we just go 2 hours.
I just got my groove.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, dude. I mean, obviously, I'm Camelot331 on YouTube. Camelot331 everywhere else. My real name's Cody Dennison. You can find me on Wikipedia and all that shit. If you just Google that. So you can find me pretty much anywhere. Thursday, disregard. Thursday, in 4 days, I will be having a 24-hour stream playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. I will also have several guests coming on the show. I'm doing a fundraiser to finish my year off in racing. We got a bunch of sponsors that are going to show up to the stream, and they're going to be throwing down, and they requested me do that so they can get their support kind of on the show and make a big event of it. So we're doing that all Thursday going into Friday. Show up. Every supporter that's over $1,000 cumulative will get a custom logo on my car, which is the cheapest rate I've offered for the entire year, just for the fundraiser for fun. So, if we have like 10 people that do $1,000 a piece, something like that, they'll all have logos on my car for the next race, which will be being announced pretty shortly. I'll also be in Chicago next week with my race car at the Sim Racing Expo with Alexander PC as a guest. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you come see me Thursday. We're going to have fun. I'm excited for it.
I have like the worst news ever because this is all we're going to hear for the next week or two. Taylor Swift is getting married. It's going to be everywhere.
Yay.
Anyway.
How long you give them?
Oh, that's a great question. 1 year.
I was gonna say 2 years, but I'll probably take the under on 2.
I think they'll live happily ever after.
No way. She needs a reason to write songs. What's that?
Where can everybody find you, buddy?
There, right there. SmashJt. Yeah, I go live every weeknight, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Talk about all the latest and greatest craziness going on in social media and beyond. I will be in Texas this weekend.
Yeah.
For the Kings of the Cart with side scrollers. Looking forward to that. Should be awesome. Really excited.
That's right. There it
Look at
is.
that.
Ready to go.
Fancy handy dandy logo. Look at that.
And we got some hot shit going on over there. Yes. Who will win this weekend? Will it be one of these fine folks right here? Alex Steinblab's Flawed, me popping in at the last second? Or will it be one of these fine folks? Gothix, Mo, Phil, or Smash? This weekend, King of the Cart, it is happening. Look forward to seeing you guys there. Do us a favor. Open up a window right now and join us over at SidescrollersPlus.com. Use the promo code CART. Get a discount. We would love to see you guys there. Look, don't wait. You're going to forget if you don't do it now. Don't do it. Just hop it in to make it happen. Open up the new window. Join us over at Side Scrollers Plus. We got a lot of great things going on over there. So look forward to seeing you guys then. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. Looking forward to hanging out with Smash this weekend. Cam will get you to an event soon, I promise.
Hell yeah.
With that said, have a great rest of your day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.